Happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday. You are tuned in, tapped into the American Cream Show. I am Hyacinth Henderson. I am here with a very special guest, Baba Pearson. And the American Cream Show is a financial educational show where I show you, teach you, lead you, guide you on ways to redefine the American dream on your terms with Cream. And Cream stands for credit, real estate, entrepreneurship, assets, and mindset. We are always right on time at the appropriate time. Baba Pearson, what's up?
I am just feeling fantastic. I just came from the beach. I spent like an hour and a half at the beach, sending a lot of love out into the universe, a lot of healing energy to our people locally and globally. And so I'm so proud to be here with you on your Earth Strong to help you celebrate this rising. I'm wishing you a fantastic rest of your earthly life, doing a lot of good works, bringing the positive vibes to our people. And it's all about health is wealth. Our health is our only wealth. By taking care of our health, we can fully enjoy our financial health into the future.
Yes. All of that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, today makes 40 years, 40 times around the sun. My 40th Earth Strong, as we like to say. I am feeling blessed. I am really blessed and grateful to have reached 40. So it's just something that I've been so excited about. And people are just curious, like, why are you so excited? You're telling your age. I don't know. I got to do some past life regression to figure it out. But all I know is that I am just so excited to be 40 and grateful and blessed and thankful for that. So thank you for joining us today. Before we get started, if you have not watched the previous show where Baba was on, it wasn't last week, it was the week before that. You can catch the replay on the Henderson Financial Group page, or you can catch it on my YouTube channel. All you got to do is put in Hyacinth Henderson, the American Cream, and it'll pop up. Right. And so today we're going to talk about a myriad of things. We're going to just let it flow. I feel like as today is my 40th birthday, in a lot of ways, it's my like coming out day, my coming out and being more open with my beliefs and my practices and just the life that I live. And so it's appropriate that we're doing this on my birthday. And so with that being said, for the people who are listening, you're either going to immediately resonate with this information, or it's going to be new information that you're ready to welcome in, or it may be information that you're not ready to welcome in, you don't agree with, and that's fine. You have the choice to just say, you know what, that's not my belief at this time, and go on about your day. We're not here to be challenged, right? So you can challenge the traditional American system and American beliefs, but we're not going to engage in that. And with that being said as well, we're going to be very positive. So coming out, right? Coming completely out. I 100% believe in the law of attraction and the other universal laws as well. I believe that we lived in an attraction-based universe. So we're not going to talk about what we don't want. We're going to talk about what we want. So there are certain buzzwords that are going on right now in the world. You won't hear us talk about that. If you drop in the comment and say, what do you say? What do you think about this, using the buzzword that is going on? We're not going to use that word. What we're going to be focusing on is how to positively prepare ourselves for progress. So we're going to focus on, again, positively preparing ourselves for progress, because we know what we think about, we bring about. And so what we speak about, we see about. So we're going to be very intentional with that today. With that being said, I see all the happy birthdays, Hyacinths coming in. Thank y'all so much. It is G Day. G stands for Goddess or Gangster, depending on what side of the bed I woke up on today. But it is definitely August 7th, G Day. Thank y'all so much. Baba, I'm going to let you open up. You are a wealth of knowledge and information. What's up? Let's lead the people.
Wow. The the whole idea of us being here on this earth is to have an experience here. We're just here to learn how to live here, how to full joy being here, and it's actually your mother's birthday, and it's your earth day because you came out on the earth. Dr. Ben Johannan taught us that when your solar return comes around, it's your mother's birthday and it's our earth day, and so we can say solar return. Happy Earth Strong, happy solar return, happy born day. So I want you to have a fantastic rest of this day, eating all kinds of vegan food and raw foods and exercising, meditating, praying, have a lot of fun with your family and for enjoying yourself. And for the family out there that is listening to this, This is very, 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 very important times, very, very crucial times. This is times that, like, we have to seriously sit down and think about what's going on the earth plane. There's a system that they call the Four Season Project. You have now we into the summer, and then we go into the autumn, and then we go into the winter, and then we go to the spring again. The spring is the beginning of the year, and also we are just left the Piscean age. Now we're into the Aquarian age, the water bear. This is the age of information and knowledge. The water bear is knowledge. Water is cleansing and purifying. So that means that we should be drinking more water also. Include coconut water if that's available, and not from the so-called marketplaces that they call themselves super. But if you can get it like in South Florida from the trees, that would be awesome. And then you can have the jelly also. So saying that is to say that our immunity, our respiratory system, these places are very vital inside of our bodies. Our immune system, our respiratory system, our lymphatic system is part of our immune system. And we have to be very cognizant and conscious of the fact that this temple, the body that we are all living in, this is where we can be for the rest of our earthly life. And we have to start honoring it and take care of it. And saying that is to say that we cannot afford negative thoughts, negative thinking. We cannot afford to be angry, jealous, covetous, envious, holding on to the past, blaming and judging, because cellularly, that's what's happening. If you continue to live in that consciousness year after year, and I give thanks to the Most High and the ancestor that I'm 76, July the 2nd, 1945. And you think Hyacinth love being 40? Man, I don't care who don't care. I love being 76. I don't even feel like 76. This beard is nice. I love this also. So it's like 76 is an awesome time to be here. I myself, I didn't even think that I was going to be here at 76 when I was 14 and 20 and 25 and 35. Now I'm 76. This is awesome.
It's awesome. I want to touch on something that you spoke about when you mentioned the anger and our thoughts and things like that. I think that is so important. So I want to spend so much time there this morning, because a lot of times I will see people, and I'm gonna cuss again on the internet. So Henderson, please close your ears. But I think that this is a time y'all may hear me say this phrase a lot more often. But I see people putting sugar on top of shit and wondering why it's still stinking. Right. So when you talk about, your thoughts and your behaviors and how things penetrate on a cellular level, I like to remind people that all the cells in your body are alive. We oftentimes focus on just the shell. Oh, if I'm working out at the gym, if I'm putting on my coconut oil and my cocoa butter and everything like that. However, I'm having negative thoughts, saying negative things, gossiping about people, talking about myself, talking negatively about people, just being angry, not being a good human, then your cell responds to those things. So you just putting sugar on top of shit when you dressing yourself up. You can drink all the green smoothies you want, but if you continue to do that without understanding that your inner being is really what is responsible for your experience on earth. The way you respond to your inner being, the way you feed your inner being, your thoughts, your behaviors, and things like that. There is a saying that I always used to say a few years ago, and it was, if someone is nice to me and mean to the waiter or waitress, I know that's not the person for me, right? So you cannot be, and I dated someone like this, great guy, but he treated me like the queen, the princess, and everything. But everyone else around him, he was always barking and talking down on them and things like that. And it got to the point that I literally started feeling it in my body. So he's not speaking to me, he's speaking to them. And I literally felt my body say, And so we'd be on the phone and he'd be talking to people and I'd be like, I got to call you back. I got to go. I got to call you back. And that is because our cells listen. Our cells respond to what we tell them with our thoughts. Our cells respond to what we tell them with the music that we listen to. Our cells respond to what we tell them with the language that we allow others to speak to us. So this is why but the thought that came in is, this is why you can't have everybody praying for you. Can you pray for me? Learn to pray for yourself. But that's a completely different topic. But I like to remind people that if you imagine your cells in your body, all the cells in your body, they have ears. They're waiting on your command. They're waiting on you to say, do this. They're waiting on you to say, do that. And so when you think about the words that you say, it starts there. It's not enough just to eat healthy. It is not enough just to say, I'm going to yoga or I'm going to meditation, and then you still evil as heck. And you're pretending, you know what I mean? And really quickly, I want to touch on this and then lead into respiratory health. I came into the office a few days ago and I opened the refrigerator and there was something, some kind of yogurt drink or something, and it said great for immunity or something like that. And as soon as I saw it in the refrigerator, I opened the refrigerator and I went to my dad's office and he was on the phone. So I waited for him to get off the phone. I was like, is this yours? Are you drinking this? And he was like, no. And I said, good, don't drink this. It's not good for you. And for a brief moment, I thought to myself, I said, gosh, imagine the people who are in the grocery stores at this time hearing you have to increase your immunity, and you see this and you pick it up and you think that you're doing something to help your body, and it's not. So I wanted to bring that here to the show, and let's talk about some of the things that every person should have in their homes. Let's talk about that. I mean, I had a conversation with someone else who's close to me and they were kind of feeling a little itchy under the weather. And I'm like, okay, do you have garlic? Do you have some of the things that I think are staples that everyone should have? He didn't have in his home. So again, that's a reminder. Okay, we got to do this work. We have to have this conversation. So Baba, I know I said a lot, but it's going to all come together. Let's talk about first, if I had to get up and go to the grocery store today or every week, and I know ideally the grocery store is not the place. We should be growing our own food. We should be seeing an herbalist and things like that. But if we're starting where we are, what are some of the staples, the must-haves that we should purchase every single week? And the reason why I say weekly is because when you're purchasing fresh herbs, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and natural foods, they don't have a shelf life, baby. You can't buy them in bulk. You can't get this at Costco and expect it to be good in 2 weeks. So what are some of those things? If you had a list of things, what will we tell our people that they need to purchase? And then after we go through this list, we're going to tell them a quick list of things that they should, and let me reframe that language, that we purchase and that we stay away from. Because I don't want to should you to death. I want to tell you what we do and share what we do, and then you can pick up what applies.
I personally feel this calls for a workshop.
It does.
We coined the phrase, we cater to the in and outer beauty. And we really have to take that to heart, because nutrition is not just buying food. Nutrition is your thoughts. Nutrition is dealing with the elements, air, fire, water, and earth, and the three elements the Chinese call the metal element. So nutrition is your breath when you're breathing. Nutrition is taking a walk, a leisurely walk. And nutrition is your thoughts that you carry on every day. So you have to maintain a positive vibes. Nutrition is meditation and things of that nature. When it comes to dealing with going to the so-called supermarket, because when I grew up, there was no place called a supermarket, just a market, and it had the best of everything. Now today it does not. So the things you need to have in your home on a daily basis and a weekly basis, because the supermarkets, they're always going to be there. You don't have to pile a lot of stuff up in your refrigerator and it stays there and then it's spoiled because you don't use it. That even happened to myself sometimes. So I have to be cognizant and conscious of that reality, that buying food, I'm not able to use it. I have buy a least amount and then constantly go back to.
Uh-oh, it seems like you're frozen a little bit. I'm going to give you, wait a second. When you come back, just start talking. But I want to pick up on veggie back on what Baba was saying. So, I literally just learned that. Okay, he's back.
If you cannot purchase organic, well, then you can buy the other types of fruits and vegetables. You can wash them off with hydrogen peroxide, food grade. You can mix lime juice or lemon juice with sea salt and make a solution. And you can wash it like that. And then you can wash it off with clean water, not with the tap water. You can rinse it with the tap water, but the final rinse should be things like reverse osmosis water, spring water, or alkaline water. You can rinse it off before you eat it or prep it. So the things that you should have in the home on a daily basis, and it's like spices, for instance. All of these things are antifungal, antiseptic, antibacterial, help to boost your immune system. So we should start learning to use spices in our cooking, our food preparation, our porridges, and things of that nature. So we start with cinnamon, cinnamon sticks and cinnamon powder. That's very good for the pancreas. It's very good for the throat. It's all good for our sore throat. It's all control your blood sugar, and it's good for seasoning your porridges. You can also put it in your rice and your peas, because I do exactly that also. Clove is antifungal, antiseptic, antibacterial also. And you can use clove when you cook in your rice also. You can use some clove when you cook in your food. If you're into meats, you can also put it inside there and use it. The elements and the energy from the clove and the cinnamon would help to flavor the food also, and also would help in boosting your immune system and keep you healthy. So you have clove, you have cinnamon, and now you have allspice, also very good for seasoning food and porridges, and it's also good for respiratory system and immunity also. And then you'll have things like what you call garlic. Garlic is very good, but it can use it as a medicine. You don't use it just because you want to use it. Use it for your blood circulation, for your heart. You use it for your immunity. You use it for all kinds of beautiful things. You can use it on your skin, but you have to mix it with other things like aloe vera. But you don't want to put it on your skin too strong. You got some rashes. But overall, clove is something you need to have in your house along with the cinnamon and the clove. And now you can go to ginger. Very good for digestive system, good for male reproductive system, also good for circulation, also works with immunity, but very, very good for the digestive system. And now you have fennel, fennel seed and anise seed. That can also go with ginger. And those two seeds, you can also use them for your digestive system, for gas and things of that nature in your digestive system. And you can mix the ginger, the fennel, and the anise. If you have some issues with your digestive system, you can make a tea, keep it on the stove, and you can drink it hot in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening or before you have your dinner. At least 20 minutes before you have your dinner, you can have a hot cup of ginger tea with fennel and anise. And that's very
Let's
good for your
pause.
digestive system.
Let's pause really quickly because I love this. I love all this information. And so for me, it's like I got it. I can pick it up. I know what to do with it. But there are some people who this is new for. And so I want to make sure that we're not missing our brothers and sisters who are like, okay, you know what? This is a different way of life, but I'm ready. So when you pick up these items, when Baba says you can make the tea, right? So we want to take it back to remember before things were convenient for us. We want to take it back to the time that we use what we have. So if you're like, how am I making a tea? You're going to use the ginger root. You're going to use the fennel. You're going to use the anise, and you're going to add water to it and make a tea. Right. So I don't want you to get in this space of, oh, do I have to go buy tea bags? Like, let's simplify this. Let's not overcomplicate this. So, of course, you clean your fruit, and you can go back and watch how Baba suggested that you clean your fruit. If you are not there yet, I don't want you to say, gosh, I'm not there with the hydrogen peroxide and the reverse osmosis water, so I'm just not going to do it. Buy a fruit and vegetable wash. Or you could clean it with baking soda, or you could figure out a way to clean your fruit. Don't let it deter you. Clean your fruit. After you clean your fruit, you want to make sure you scrub it as well. Your herbs too, your ginger root, your turmeric root, those things. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your pot. You're going to put your herbs in there. I do not recommend that you use faucet water. I recommend that you use a nice clean water. And you put it in there, you bring it to a boil. After you bring it to a boil, then you let it simmer. You let it simmer and steep a little bit so that the herbs, all the nutrients in the herbs can come out. That is how you make tea. So yes, now that you have opened your consciousness to receiving that, you're going to make you some ginger tea. When next time you go to the grocery store, you're going to see the ginger root and say, gosh, I just heard Baba say that. Let me pick up this ginger root. Maybe you can just ginger root. Maybe you'll start with just ginger tea. A cup of ginger tea, boiling the ginger and making your ginger tea will start the process of getting your body acclimated to the direction that it needs to go in to start transferring to a more healthy state. So I don't want you to feel like any of the information that we're sharing here is too much for you. It is work. Let me say that. It's work. It is work. It is work. But you always have to ask yourself, what is the alternative? But you can start where you are. All right, Baba. So you're talking about the teas that we can make with the pot in the stove or a hot plate. And then what else do we have? And garlic. I want to mention the garlic. And I haven't done this in a while, but I may go back to doing this. Now I juice my garlic. If I make onion, oranges, or grapefruit, I put boba garlic in there, cloves of garlic, fresh garlic in there. But what I used to do, this is about 2 years ago, is I would take the garlic, the fresh garlic, I would chop it up, dice it up so that the the essences, it's not, that's not the word that I want. The gases could start to release. And so I would chop it up and I would put it on a spoon, and then I would dip it in some natural honey. And so I would just eat the garlic and honey. And so I knew that that was good for respiratory, for circulation, for everything like that. And so that's something that people be like, you eat garlic and honey, your breath is going to be stink. Well, you know what it is, what it is. The honey kind of masks it. It doesn't really stink because you're not chewing up the garlic. You're putting the honey on top of the garlic and swallowing it. And you can do it before bed. You can do it in the morning, but that's what I used to do. And I think I'm going to go back to that.
Also, red onion, yellow onion. Our preference is red onion and yellow onion. You can use red onion and yellow onion if you have issues like with fevers and what's called like antioxidants, and it's also good flavoring. So we suggest we should all be using red onion, yellow onion, along with the spices. Those things, they don't spoil right away. They stay around for a long time. Cinnamon and clove and ginger and allspice, fennel, anise, they do not spoil. The things that spoil in a very uh, like a week or two is like parsley and cilantro and chives and scallions, things like chocho, chayote. Those things will spoil a lot faster. But those spices, the spices that you have in your cupboard, they would last you for quite a long time. So, but at the same time, you don't want to buy a whole lot of them. You can buy like a medium-sized container, and then because if you're not using a lot of them, they'll be sitting there for quite a long time. But after a while, everything will eventually lose its energy. If they are in a form of a powder, they lose the energy a lot faster. So we suggest that you get the whole cloves and the cinnamon sticks. And the Ceylon cinnamon is a better quality also. But things like onions and garlic, they will last a little longer. But parsley and cilantro and chives and scallions, they will not last as long. So we suggest the parsley. The parsley is very good for your kidneys, especially for women. It's good for the for blood also. So people should be using at least a half a bunch of parsley every day. And as we get a more chronologically older, everybody you need to use that parsley to take care of the kidneys. And the cilantro is a detoxifier, heavy metals, radiation. You can use a lot of cilantro in that area. And along with the Irish moss, we call it sea moss. We actually call it sea moss. The Irish moss comes from Ireland. If the moss comes from Jamaica or Grenada, it's Grenada moss or Jamaica moss. It's not Irish moss. Only when it comes from Ireland, it's Irish moss. So, and it all comes from the sea. It's all sea moss. So we suggest that if you have some issues with detoxifying, you want to do a detox, you can use the sea moss along with some ginger, a little cayenne pepper, and cilantro. You can also use the celery. You can juice the celery and drink it on a daily basis, flush out your liver and your kidneys, bring back homeostasis to your body. And all these things are very simple things to do. And we just have to understand that we've been conditioned in this time to live in a way that is inconsistent with our biological makeup and functioning. We live in because we've been conditioned by society, by advertising, to do things in a way that is inconsistent with the way we're supposed to be living. Our bodies now are going through a lot of changes because they're calling these things what they call them, CNCDs and CDs, chronic diseases, chronic non-communicable disease, and they call them underlying issues. To call them issues that you're getting from CNCDs and CDs. What are those? Those things are diabetes, arthritis, and high blood pressure. And if you do not fast, if you do not meditate, if you do not exercise, if you do not take time and when you go to the supermarket and start making a plan for your future life, for your future generation, and taking an opportunity to learn on what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink on a daily basis, how late you're going to eat at night, how's it going to affect your digestive system, how these things going to affect your heart, where is my heart, where's my liver, where's my kidneys, what part of my body these things are, and how are these body parts that are being affected by my thoughts and the foods that I am eating. So all these things we got to start coming aware of and conscious of, and being conscious of how we treat ourselves on a daily basis. For instance, it's no good to eat late at night because the digestive system doesn't function at night. You're going to a state we call like REM sleep and theta sleep and beta, and there's different categories of sleep. And so if you have a lot of food in your stomach, you eat at 8 and 9 o'clock at night, you're not gonna sleep properly. You're not gonna get into a deep sleep because your heart is working harder to send blood to your stomach to digest the food you ate at 8 and 9 o'clock, and your digestive system shuts down when the sun sets, which is around 4, 5, 6 o'clock, depends on the season, the time of the year. So all these things we have to start taking into consideration. My I am self, I am also taking the responsibility of not eating late at night. And also, we have to take the responsibility when we eating, we don't drink and eat because we washing away the hydrochloric acid, the digestive enzymes and juices in our stomach, so the food will not digest properly, so we can get a proper absorption of the vitamins and the minerals and phytochemicals in the food that we're eating. And also, it's very important that we understand that when we eat the food, we also got to have a very positive outlook about the food before we even purchase the food, before we prepare the food, and before we eat the food. Because everything that is coming from us is going into everything that we're doing, that we're putting back inside of ourselves. This is why our thoughts are very important. That when we're eating, when we're prepping food, we should have a very positive outlook about it in terms of stimulation and using those types of foods to maintain our health and well-being. Because if you don't do those things, those foods would not, you will not actually get the benefit from the food that you're preparing, because you'll be putting the wrong energy into the food, and the food affects your biological makeup and functioning. It affects you in ways that you would want to know, why am I feeling this way? Why is it my body is feeling this way? Why am I constipated? Why is it that I have to run to the doctor or the hospital? Because man, know thyself. You have to know whom you are. You have to study yourself, and then you have to apply yourself. And if you don't know these things, that's why we're here. That's why I am here. So you can always link up with me. I'm available for the family every day, but we have times where we have to go to bed also. So let's work this out so we can help each other. We have at least 80 million of us in here, and America has approximately 380 something million people. And there's a lot of people here. And what we have to sit down and think about when we deal with all of these people, that everybody's getting up and go to work. Everybody's getting up to go to school and going to college, and then they have to start working and earning money. So why you want to work for 40, 50, 60 years, and as you get older and you so-called retire, you get sick, and then you can't spend your retirement money. So it's best to stay healthy. Think about these things that we're offering and we're sharing with y'all. So you want to stay healthy while you're working for 40, 50, 60 years by thinking positive, by eating positive, live living food. Some cooked foods, they call it vegan today. We call it vegetarian back in those days. So we can do the work together so we can help each other. So we can talk also about the respiratory system, the immune system. We can talk about the lymphatic system that deals with also the immune system.
Yes, I love this. Baba, you're right. We need to have a workshop. I'm thinking like 2-day workshop, maybe even a retreat. All kind of thoughts were firing off as you were speaking. We're going to do that before the end of this year. I was scheduled to speak at a retreat in October, which due to what's going on in the world has shifted. So that leaves me open for one event this year. And we are going to do that together, Baba. Energy, when you mention yes, we're going to do it, and it's going to be so good. So when you sign up for the workshop, for those who are listening, come prepared to learn, come prepared to change, come prepared to get involved. This is not going to be an interaction where you kind of sit in the corner. We're going to literally teach you so that you can take this stuff not back only for yourselves, but for your family. So then now you start to change generations. Now you start to change the stuff that runs in your family. Now you start to give them a new thing that runs in your family, right? So we're going to talk off the air to do that. I love that you mentioned the energy as you're preparing and purchasing your food. Very important. You cannot, I remember when, my mama had me in the church back in the days, 7 days a week, and they would say, God loves a cheerful giver. You cannot give begrudgingly, right? Don't give grudgingly. You got to be cheerful. And so really, as I got older, I understood that to mean the energy behind it. So as you're buying this stuff, as you are preparing your salads and drinking your smoothies, it is not, oh my God, this is so nasty. I can't believe I'm doing this. Why am I doing this? It is, I am eating healing food. I am preparing food that is healing my body. I'm preparing food that is nourishing my body. This is so going to feel so good to my body. Literally talk that way to your food. Literally talk that way. And so it must feel uncomfortable, because if it doesn't feel uncomfortable, then it's going to feel like what you've been doing, and what you've been doing is what got you here, right? So when you're standing in the kitchen and you're stirring your porridge and you're stirring it clockwise and not counterclockwise, because we know that we're bringing health and wellness into our lives and not taking it out of our lives. We're stirring the porridge clockwise and we're saying, thank you for the nourishment. This is going to be so nourishing. The fennel seed, the cinnamon, the blah, 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 whatever it is you have in that pot, you are speaking life over your pot. And as you speak life over your pot, you're then putting that life into your body, because everything is energy. Just because you can't see it, those are the tricks that we have been programmed, and we need to do the work of being deprogrammed. But everything is energy. And so you don't have to believe it yet. You got to do it. And once you start doing it, you start noticing how you feel. It's like, okay, I'm eating living foods. I'm preparing my body in such a way. I'm being intentional about my health, because we're not putting sugar on top of shit over here. That's not what we're teaching you how to do. It's not about the paycheck. It's about the progress. It's not about the paycheck. It is about the progress of our people. So I love that you mentioned the energy and preparing and consuming and things like that, of when you're eating and when you're purchasing. Let's really quickly discuss some things to stay away, because not only did I come into the office and see, I think it was like Dan Actives or something, some little probiotic drink, and it said great for immunity. But then the next day I was talking to someone, and they again were feeling under the weather, and it's like, oh, I've been, only thing I haven't eaten anything, so I just drunk it Ensure. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's what you should not be eating. And they market that as, oh, this is a nutritional replacement. This is going to help you feel better. Put this in your body. No, if you turn the bottle, and we're going to do that too when we do our something. I don't want to call it a workshop. When we do our vibe, we're going to talk about labels and how to recognize things, because most people don't flip the bottom of the bottle of the back of the packaging over. Because if you do, you will see that in those Ensures or whatever other kind of drinks, the first ingredient is usually some kind of sweetener, corn syrup, hydrogenate oil, da 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 da. It's some stuff I can't pronounce because I slept when I was supposed to be studying in high school. But it's some stuff that you don't need in your body. And the reason why I know that you don't need that in your body is because when you understand how the body works, you know that sugar is something that illnesses and diseases and stuff like that, they attacked. So when you have a lot of sugar inside of your body, it invites the men. They're like, oh, sugar over here, let's come in, let's multiply. And that's not what you want when you're not feeling under the weather. When you're feeling under the weather, you want to put things in your body that's going to send them running for the hills. Like, wait a minute, you put some warm lemon water in here, you put some garlic in here. We wasn't expecting garlic, we was expecting sugar, we was expecting bread. But the average person does not know that. And I'm coming out of this space. That's why I say this is 40, my coming out party. I'm coming out of this space of believing that what I know, the knowledge and education that I have, everybody has. So I'm coming out of that space. So you're going to see a lot more of the Hyacinth that, you don't really see on the internet. And we're going to get some stuff done. So let's talk about what to stay away from. Or do you just want to go into respiratory health? Because we only got maybe 10 minutes left.
Well, we have the rest of our earthly life, and our people. Those that hear would hear, those that have ears would hear, those that have eyes would see, and those that have nose would smell. So the ones that are ready, they will be able to receive this information, and we'll continue sharing with them. And if they want to call, if they want to make a connection, we're here to serve them on a daily basis. So there's a couple of things that you were saying that it's very important that our people understand that our bodies is the only place we're going to be living. We don't live in a house. We don't live in an apartment. We don't live in a condo or townhouse. Wherever we go, we take our body with us. So we have to have a balance between spirituality and materiality. It's very important that we understand these things, because from my early experience, between men and women carry thoughts around, and the thoughts manifest in the womb, in the reproductive system, the sacral chakra. Our thoughts manifest in the sperm and in the egg. And while the child is in that area in the womb, and is going to become a boy or a girl in 9 months, it's very important that those thoughts that the woman is going to carry, that embryo inside of her for 9 months, that she be very cognizant and conscious of what she's thinking and what she's eating and feeding that child. I'm saying that as an example to say that's the same thing we have to do for ourselves every day. We have to watch what we're thinking. We have to watch what we're eating. We have to watch what we share with the universe on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or wherever. Our thoughts are very important to our functioning on a daily basis. And that's our main diet. The way we think and we share our energy, because things that are happening to a lot of young boys and girls today is because men and women plant seeds in each other, and they did not think in terms of the outcome because of their thoughts of anger, of jealousy, and sex has nothing to do with bringing a child onto this earth. You can have sex and the woman can get pregnant, and then the woman was not prepared to have that child, and next thing you know, after 9 months, there's a lot of issues even before the seed was planted in the woman. And so there's a lot of young boys and girls today, I'm talking like 60, 70, 80 years, have a lot of mental issues. And young ones in the 5 and 10 years, 15, 20 years old have a lot of mental issues. There's a lot of people in our community have a lot of mental issues, and issues are dealing with things that happened in the past between the mother and the father. So this is very important that we understand how we share our time with each other, how we spend our time with each other. So these things also affect our bodily functioning, our immune system, our heart. Our heart is the place where we send the energy to our mind, which is our whole body, and then it's transmitted throughout the whole body through the organs and glandular systems. So we have to start studying why we're here, what the purpose we are here. And so if you want to keep a happy immune system, and there are your whole chakra systems from your head to your groin, your chakra system function with the organs and glandular systems in your body. They're all associated with each other. Like the fourth chakra is associated with your lungs and your heart. If you have emotional issues growing up as a person, you don't have altruism, kindness, nurturing, compassion for yourself, how are you going to have it for others? If you grow up with things like emotional issues, asthma, emphysema, bronchitis, and these types of things, especially like asthma, those things can actually take your life if you hold on to the past. So there's things that we can do to alleviate those situations, along with food consumption and exercising. And all of those things will affect your respiratory system, it will affect your circulatory system, and it will affect your immune system. So it's very important that we exercise for the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system does not work unless you breathe in diaphragmatically. When you breathe in, your stomach comes out. When you breathe out, your stomach goes in. It's
Pause,
very
pause, pause,
important that
pause,
you
pause, pause. Say, don't, if you have to rewind that part and you're going to take practice, when you breathe out, your stomach should be going out. 99% of the people do not breathe this way. When we're just walking and talking, we don't. You have to be intentional about it. So just think about, you take a breath. When you breathe in, your stomach should go out.
yeah.
When you breathe in, your stomach should go out. When you inhale, I'm getting confused. When you
Yeah,
breathe
when
out,
you
your stomach should go. When you breathe
in,
in, your stomach should go out. So
out, and when you breathe out, your stomach should go in.
it should go in. So it's
Yeah.
backwards. So pay some attention to that and be intentional with that. Okay, back to you, Baba. 2 minutes and we're
So,
wrapping up.
and by doing that, you automatically activate the lymphatic system, and that will help with the immune system, and it's also internal cleansing system. And so you can also use a trampoline. You can go outside and jump up and down like the Maasai warriors in the park or in the house. Hold on to the fridge or some railing or something in the park or a tree and jump up and down. You activate your lymphatic system. And for women that have large breasts, men have breasts also, but they're a lot smaller. You can raise your arms up in the air and bring them down like 300 times up and down. That also helps to clean the lymphatic system, the lymph nodes on each arm, and that can help to clean your breast also. And also, if you don't have to use a bra, don't use no bra. If you really don't have to use it, don't use no bra, because that impedes the flow and the cleansing of the lymphatic system also. And if you also breathing diaphragmatically and you're exercising and you have a bra on and it's tight on your skin, you're clogging up your lymphatic system. So all that's part of your immune system. The things for your immune system is also things like padiaco, echinacea, golden seal, ginger, cayenne pepper, turmeric, fresh turmeric powder, and a whole lot of other good stuff. So I would just say that one more time. Things for your immune system would be like red onion, yellow onion, garlic, turmeric, cayenne pepper, padiaco, echinacea, golden seal.
Got it. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up now. We will be back. Baba, somebody asked me, do you have a website? First of all, do you ship? Because I just go up the street and get all my goodies from you. But do you
We
ship?
ship. We
You
ship
ship. Okay, so
all
you
over the
ship
world.
all over the world. So your phone number, can you tell the people how to reach you? And I'm going to tell you, yes, Baba texts, but Baba is also very traditional. What that means is if you text him and he don't respond to your text, don't sit and wait while I text you and you didn't respond. Call him. Call him. Call him. Call him. What's the number they can reach you at?
They can link I at 954-235-2601. 954-235-2601. And what I would also like to say, I need 36 to 48 hours to return calls because we do everything from scratch. And we need a lot of positive vibes to help us to do this work also when we're serving others. Right now, we have to serve so many brothers and sisters that have all kinds of different situations going on. And so it takes time to do these things for our people because we're not buying it off a supermarket shelf. It's not coming from a factory. It's not coming from a warehouse. Everything is done fresh and shipped locally and globally.
Yes. And the best time for you to nourish your body is before an attack, right? So we focus on prevention, right? So a lot of times people are like, oh, I'm fine. Oh, I don't need anything. But then when something shifts and our body starts speaking to us really quickly, going back to you saying, you know, like the different illnesses and ailments, that those are our bodies speaking to us. You can address it internally with your thoughts, your words, your diet, and understanding the chakra system. So by the time you have a headache, it's something going on inside. By the time you have uterus issues, reproductive, it's something going on inside. So let's rebalance the chakras. Let's look at that. Let's do that. So you have to understand, what is my body telling me? And so then when you understand that, well, you know what? I don't want to always wait until it's screaming at me to be able to give it some attention. So then this becomes a way of life. So then it's like, okay, Baba, I need my sea moss from you every 2 weeks. Okay, Baba, I need my tonics from you. I need these things on a regular basis because I am not just trying to scramble at the last minute and correct something. I'm trying to prevent it. Let me remove the word trying. I am not focused on correcting. I am preventing. Trying is in limbo energy. We're not trying, we are doing. See how I just corrected myself? We have to do that. It's constant that we must do that. We're not trying, we're doing, right? So I'm preventing this by taking this. And oh, I don't really see, but are you ill? But is your body screaming at you? No, it's not. All right. So thank you all so much for all the birthday wishes. James T is texting me. He's like, what's up? He want to fight because it's late. So I'm going to get off. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. I received the gifts, the phone calls. Miss Dorothy called me this morning. Thank you so much. My girl Cynthia sent me a beautiful edible arrangement. I was at the spa all day yesterday, but it was waiting on me this morning. So I'm going to dig into that. Thank y'all so much for your comments. I appreciate you. Baba and I will have something. The number 21 just came to me. So it's going to be limited to 21 people. It's going to be multi-day. And it's going to give you the tools and the things that you need as you continue to transition, not only for yourself, because it canceled out everything before, but not only for yourself and for the future generations that come behind you. All right. If you have not done so already, please share this video, save the video. I will also put it up on YouTube. Baba's number is in the comment. You can follow him on Instagram, yada, yada, yada. We will see you soon. Peace and love and wellness. Thank you so much, Baba.
Bless the people, bless the community.
Blessings. Y'all have a great one.
Everyone, health and joy and happiness and prosperity. Balance with materiality and spirituality. Love you all. Peace out.
Yes. Peace.